everybody, welcome to Lord of the Reads. So in today's video I'm going to be going over my December TBR. I don't think I've posted a TBR video since August or September. That's just because I've been in a really bad reading slump and wanted to mood read as much as possible so I could hopefully get out of it. So I haven't played TBR in a few months, and I'm not going to be playing it this month either, just because I'm still kind of in a reading slump. So in this video I'm just going to be going over 6 books that I'm really excited to read and that I'm hopefully going to read in the month of December. But I will be playing TBR next month. January is the 1-year anniversary of the game, so I'm very excited about that, and I've got some fun things planned for it. So I'll be back to doing that in January, but for now I'm just going to go over some of the books that I'm really excited to read this month and that hopefully I can get to soon. The first book that I'm hopefully going to be reading in December is The Bear and the Nightingale by Katherine Arden. This is the one that I've heard probably the most about, and I'm really excited to get to it. I don't know a whole lot about the book. From what I understand, it's about this young girl whose mother has died and her father marries, and the stepmother wants to take away like all the family traditions, and these family traditions and the traditions that are held by the whole little village are considered to keep back a whole bunch of evil spirits, and now that they're all gone, trouble may be coming. And that just sounds really interesting. It's a polar fantasy, so wintry setting. It seems like a perfect read for December, and I'm really excited about it. I have started it. I am, I think, 3 chapters in, and it's really good so far. I'm really enjoying it, so I'm hoping that I can get to it pretty soon, towards the beginning of this month, and hopefully I'll really enjoy it, because I'm really enjoying what I've read so far, so I think it will be a good one when I get to it. The next book I'm going to be reading in December is Stars Above by Marissa Meyer. I have already started this book. I am like 140 pages in, so it's really good so far. This is a short story collection set in the world of the Lunar Chronicles. The first book in the Lunar Chronicles is Cinder, and we follow a girl named Cinder, and she is a cyborg and a mechanic, and one day she meets the prince, and she gets swept into this whole political plot. There's like magic and mind control and all kinds of fun stuff that's built into this world, and this is like a short story collection, so it has stories of mainly what happens before Cinder to explain like how some of the characters got to where they were at the beginning of the series, and just explaining a little bit of backstory about some of the main characters. And so far I've read, I think, 3 of the stories, and they were really good. I love being back in this world. The writing is amazing, and I think this is the one that I'm farthest through so far, of the ones that I've already started reading, and I think the one that I'm most excited for, so I can't wait to get to this one, and I already know it's going to be amazing. The next book I'm going to be reading in December is The Diviners by Liba Bray. This book is one that I've started before, and I took it back to the library and never got it back out, just never continued it, but I bought a copy, and I'm super excited to read it. So this is set in the 1920s, and it follows a group of people, and they summon some kind of evil spirit, and I don't know much else than that, but that's just enough to make me want to read it. It sounds super intriguing and just like the kind of, fantasy, like urban fantasy that I'd really enjoy. And I like things that are set, like in the 20s. Anything and everything that I've ever read that's been set in the 20s, I really enjoyed. So, I have a feeling that I'm really going to like this one. And when I read it, I think it was last year, I read like the first 2 chapters, and I loved it. The writing was super captivating and really exciting. So, really excited for this one, and I can't wait to get to it in December. The next book on my December TBR is Renegade by Marissa Meyer. So, this is another series by Marissa Meyer that I'm very excited for. I have read the introduction, like the prologue section, and the writing is amazing. Just what I expect from Marissa Meyer. And from what I've gathered, I went into it not knowing a whole lot, but from what I've gathered, it's about this society where gangs took over everything, so neighbors were stealing from each other, crimes happening everywhere, and it's just absolutely terrible. And these heroes called the Renegades come to hopefully make everything better and to keep people safe. And we follow the perspective of a hero and a villain, I believe. So like the typical villain and hero on different sides of their, respective fight for good and evil. And I'm super excited for this one. I don't know a whole lot about it, but I'm very excited for it, and I can't wait to get to it in December. The next book on my December TBR is Rule of Wolves by Leigh Bardugo. I've put this on a few TBRs, and just never got to it. But I'm very excited to get to it. I've read the first, 2 chapters, and I'm really enjoying it. This is the second book in the 3rd series in the Grishaverse. The first book in this series being King of Scars. And the Grishaverse as a whole, we follow Grisha, who have certain abilities, and some of them can control elements, fire, water, electricity, wind, things like that. Other ones can control human body. Other ones can work with metals and materials like that and shape them into things. And there's just all kinds of fun adventures that happen with this magic at the forefront. So in this book we follow my favorite character throughout the Grishaverse, Nikolai. He's so good. I love all the books that he's been in so far. And the first book in this was amazing. It brought so many things together. Different politics in the world, and more of the magic and more of the religion of just the religions that happen within this book, and how that ties into the politics and all kinds of fun things like that. And it was really good, and it had a big plot twist. So I'm very excited for this one to see where it leads and what's going to happen. I'm not sure if there's going to be more in the Grishaverse, but I really hope so, because so far everything that I've read in it has been amazing, and I don't want it to end. So hopefully there's more after this. This is one that I'm very excited for and can't wait to read in December. And the last book on my December TBR is We Hunt the Flame by Hafsa Faisal. Probably mispronounced that, but yeah. So this is a book that I know pretty much nothing about. I know Lord of the Rings meets the Arabian Nights, and from what I've read of the synopsis, kind of like a Mulan retelling, kind of. But this has been on a few TBRs, never got around to it, haven't started it yet, but I'm really excited to. It's one of my most anticipated 5-star predictions. So I'm super excited for it. I think we follow 2 perspectives. We follow a girl who pretends to be a guy and goes into the forest to try to find a cure for something. And then we follow the prince. And I don't know how their stories intertwine, but I assume that they will. And I'm very excited to read this and figure out what's going to happen and all kinds of things like that. So, very excited to read this one in December. Okay, so this is my TBR for December, plus The Bear and the Nightingale. I'm very excited for all of these. I can't wait to get to them and finish the ones that I've already started. But yeah, I think December should be a good reading month. Hopefully I can actually get to some of these and get out of my reading slump. But I really hope you enjoyed. I'm very excited to get back to TBingo in January. Like I said, I have some fun things planned for that. But yeah, I really hope you enjoyed. Please don't forget to like and subscribe if you did, and comment down below what you plan on reading in December. And with that, I'll see you in my next video. Bye!